These are puff pastries, but inside of it, are you ready? Brie, raspberry. Oh, goodness.
Here
I
we
have been
go
dying to try this one. And we have it available 20 count, $39.95. The 40 count is going to be $79.95. It's really the same deal, guys. So if you want it in November, you can do the 20 or the 40 count in November, or you can do the 20, 40 count in December. So you pick. I actually can smell the raspberry.
The raspberry and cheese combination is heavenly. Okay, so these are raspberry preserve and brie puff pastry. So once again, you can see how the puffiness is and how it just flakes apart. These melt in your mouth. And there's just the right balance of fruit and cheese, because sometimes brie can be overwhelming. And there's just a little bit of cheese and then a light fruit. If you think of this and think, oh, I'm not that into sweet things, it's not too sweet. And that's important to me. I don't have a big sweet tooth. Not sickeningly sweet at all. Just a little hint of fruit and cheese. And then the pastry is so buttery, it just melts on your tongue. Oh
my goodness. We have 300 of you who can order this as well. A lot of you went in and pre-ordered. Brie is one of those cheeses that it's almost universally loved.
Especially part of holiday.
I don't think I know anyone who doesn't love brie.
Absolutely.
But they love it with that raspberry combined, because brie can be just a little flat, a little bland.
Exactly. So here's where I love it. You know, a lot of times when you go to a buffet or someone's serving, you know, elevated appetizers like this, they'll do a wheel of brie and slather it in raspberry. It's gonna be very awkward to cut the brie, to get the cheese out, to layer it on your cracker. You might be balancing a wine glass. It's just hard to manage. These are so easy to manage. So if I'm walking around the party and I have my plate and I have my brie and my raspberry, I can talk to you, I can take a bite. I didn't have to juggle it at the buffet. That's the first thing I think of with brie is, oh, I can't wait to have some, and how am I gonna manage that? So this kind of takes the awkwardness away when you're serving. I do love it as part of charcuterie, and especially if you have people who are avoiding meat, who are vegetarians. They're not going to eat the meat on your charcuterie, but they can certainly have the puff pastry, they can have the fruit, you know, they can enjoy whatever it is they want. So it gives them another option. And once again, it's special, right? To me, this needs champagne, or you could put it on your dessert buffet.
You know, it almost is, you want to save it for a special occasion, don't. Just don't. It's too good. And it's affordable as well. So again, the 20 count, $39.95, 40 count, $79.95. Let me give you an update on quantities, because these are going just as quickly as the others. Okay, 20 count for November is going to sell out first. I have 4 dozen left in that. The 20 count for December delivery, I have 100 left in that. In the 40 count for November delivery, I have 4 dozen. And the 40 count for December, I have 6 dozen. Okay, so again, we still have so many of you trying to get through on the Wellingtons, all right? So while you're there, go ahead and add this in, okay? Especially with that free shipping and handling. Who knows? You know, the nice part about this too is, number one, you'll have it. Who knows if all the food's gonna be in the stores, and who knows what you're gonna pay for it.
And you can have it for a year. These are freezer safe you won't, because you're gonna dig right in. But if perchance that the only one you can jump on, or you wanna jump on the double count one, the second tray, you can keep these in the freezer for a year. Similar to the Wellingtons, we're gonna put them in a 400-degree oven. We're gonna bake them for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on whether you like them crunchy or softer. Either is fine. There's no reason that you have to worry about it. And I like them just as much with coffee in the morning. In fact, these I tend to get more during the day. Yeah, we have the coffee coming. So this is kind of like, because they're not too sweet. Just a little sweet in the morning, or I'm actually a huge mid-afternoon coffee girl. So a little something in the afternoon, or you can transition them into your dessert buffet and then serve them with some sweeter sides, or we've pointed out they work beautiful with charcuterie. So this has a lot of options, I feel, that you can use them for lots of things. I mean, if you have house guests coming for the holidays and you brought these out for an afternoon snack or morning coffee, oh, they'd be like, really? We have brie here in the morning? Yes, we do. We're very fancy. But that's what it's about.
What I love so much about this too, I've seen some of the brie and the puff pastry that are big things. it doesn't work well with puff pastry. Trying to cut it, it tends to all fall apart.
Exactly.
It tends to look very ugly, you know, as soon as you take that first piece out. These are just perfect because they're individual. I can eat my own. I don't have to make a mess with it, and everything looks pretty. No matter if they take 1 or 3, it doesn't matter.
That's a great point.
Once you take a little piece out of that big thing of Brie.
Right, once you carve into it. Yeah, whether it's the wheel of Brie or the puff pastry. It loses its visual appeal. It does, and then it kind of looks like somebody's ran across your buffet and ransacked it. Whereas here, you're right, when I take one off, the rest of the tray looks absolutely perfect. So these are wonderful for whatever kind of entertaining you do. Even if there's kids involved, to your point, when the kids get into the appetizers, they can look less presentable very quickly. So having everybody able to have something that they can just select, or if you are doing an event, these are perfect for past appetizers as well. You know, just very simple.
We're all looking for ways to make the holidays special because, you know, the holidays, it's really, maybe it's about gifts, but for me, in my family, it's about the food.
Okay.
It is about the memories that I have are never about what, oh, look what I got, you know, that sweater I got. You know.
Right.
It's about, oh, do you remember that appetizer?
Yeah.
Or the beef Wellington that you served? I mean, these are the moments that stay with you through the holidays and that bind you with your family and your friends. Enjoy it. This is the time to do it though, because like I said, this is the first airing. This is going to be the final airing. I think we will have absolutely none of these. As you can see, I have 200 left right now. That doesn't count all of you on the phone. Use express ordering if you can. I hope you get these. You will love them. We'll give you an update on the Wellingtons in just a minute. So 20 count, $39.95. You can have it delivered in November or in December. The 40 count, you can have it delivered in November or December, but everything at this point is very limited.
And here's the thing about these two, you know you're getting top of the line ingredients. The French puff pastry, you can't buy this at the grocery store. The raspberries, big juicy organic berries, wonderful French Brie. That's what Gourmet Kitchen is all about. They create things with chefs that provide for the best restaurants, the private clubs, things that you and I honestly can't go to the grocery store and the big box store and get. I am all about creating these memories for the holiday season and making it special for my family, but you know where I start to get nervous? The work. You know, when you start to think about going to all these stores, gathering all these ingredients.
Well, can you imagine what it would take to make these?
Exactly.
I mean, individual, but they're so much better in an individual serving like this. Okay, November in the 20 count is completely sold out. The November in the 40 count, I have 2 dozen, so that's gonna sell out as well. If you want the 40 count in November, 40 count in December, we have about 40 left.
So I want to go to everyone's house for Thanksgiving because from what I'm hearing, November is going to be fabulous for everybody.
And please do think ahead, okay? Because I don't know if we're getting this back and doing an additional order or not. So go ahead and lock it in for that December because you're going to get down to it and it will be here so fast.
It's already right around the corner.
Crazy, we're going to be in Halloween in a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
So
this is a way for you to treat your family, for you to treat your guests, but also to take the pressure off of you. I am a busy working mom. Everybody comes to my home for the holidays because I have 4 boys and nobody wants us to come over, but it puts a lot of pressure on whoever's hosting. So I love this because I totally relate. I want to make things special for my family, but I don't want to be in the kitchen for hours. I don't want to be going 10 different places to acquire ingredients. And quite honestly, I can't make these at home. You know, my puff pastry
Even if I could.
You wouldn't want to. My puff pastry doesn't do this. That's when you order ahead. These look at how light that is.
Oh, it's beautiful. You're going to enjoy each and every morsel of this. Stephanie, thank you so much. Do we have any left in the Wellingtons? 30 left in the Wellingtons, okay? So good luck with that. And this is going to sell out as well. So
good choices.
Come back, bring more.
I'll bring more, I promise.
Okay, fabulous. All right. And we want to turn to something a bit more serious right now because HSN is supporting those impacted by Hurricane Ian with